Good evening and welcome to Kini News. Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin may need to look for new partners after UMNO decided to withdraw their support for him, but he may not want to count on Pejuang or Warisan because it looks like they're not interested.
Dr. Mahathir Mohamad's Pejuang and Shafie Apdal's Warisan have denied allegations that they were set to cooperate with Perikatan Nasional. The denials came following an article published by Sarawak Report yesterday which speculated that Mahathir would be appointed as a leader of the PN government's recovery plan. Both parties issued separate statements to reject the allegation. Pejuang Information Chief Ulia Akama Husamuddin said Mahathir has repeatedly rejected allegations that he would cooperate with PN. Meanwhile, Warisan President Muhammad Shafie Apdal said the article in Sarawak Report was wrong. Mahathir is currently a proponent of a new governing entity, similar to the National Operations Council during the 1968 to 1971 period, which was not accountable to Parliament. According to Mahathir, this is necessary in order to implement the measures needed to stem the spread of COVID-19, which currently has overwhelmed public hospitals in the Klang Valley. Earlier statements contradicted those made by Mahathir in November last year when the latter said there is a way for him to work with Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin. There is speculation that PN is currently trying to forge new allegiances fueled by the fact that UMNO has withdrawn support for Muhyiddin. This would likely mean that Muhyiddin no longer has majority support in Dewan Rakyat, which will convene on July 26th.
Malaysia, we've long dreaded seeing the country reach the 10,000 infections mark. But today, we went straight to over 11,000 new COVID-19 cases.
The Health Ministry reported 11,079 new COVID-19 cases today, the highest daily case count ever recorded in the country. A large bulk of the cases are from Selangor, which reported 5,263 new cases, followed by Kuala Lumpur with 1,521. and Negeri Sembilan with 1,033 cases. Most regions in the country reported more cases today than the average seen over the past week. As of last night, the R0 was 1.14. A R0 of more than 1.0 suggests that the spread of COVID-19 was accelerating. The only places where the R0 was less than 1.0 are Kelantan, Labuan, Perak, Sarawak and Perlis.
In these uncertain times, Malaysia needs a free press more than ever before. And for that, we need your help. Click on the link in the description below to find out how you can contribute to Kini TV. Now, moving on to our next story, hundreds of staff members of a vaccination centre have tested and been found positive for COVID-19.
204 staff members at the IDCC vaccination centre in Shah Alam have been found to be positive for COVID-19. This is after Minister in charge of vaccination, Khairi Jamaluddin, ordered the mass testing after 2 volunteers at IDCC contracted the virus.
Sebaik saja saya mendapat maklumat mengenai keputusan saringan pada pukul 11 malam semalam daripada Makmal Malaysian Genomic Institute, saya telah mengarahkan untuk perkara-perkara tersebut dibuat. Penutupan IDCC serta-merta selama 1 hari ini supaya kerja-kerja sanitasi dijalankan oleh pihak bomba.
During a press conference today, Khairi said that it was difficult to ascertain whether infections occurred at IDCC.
Kita tak pasti daripada 204 kes ni siapa yang berjangkit di IDCC, siapa yang berjangkit di luar, sebab kes incidence di Selangor terlalu tinggi.
Khairi also urged those who visited the vaccination centre on July 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th to monitor their health closely for 10 days. The minister added that there will be a staff change and assured that it would be safe for people to turn up and get vaccinated tomorrow.
Good Morning G-Sure is the first plant-based and complete nutrition drink made in Malaysia. It is suitable for those who are lactose intolerant. Research made by local universities found that more than 90% of our Malaysian population are lactose intolerant. Lactose intolerance can cause bloated stomach and diarrhea. Good Morning G-Sure helps to improve the immune system, reduce the risk of illnesses, and helps to improve general well-being and strengthen our bodies. A happy family starts with a healthy family. I'm still active, healthy, and going strong at the age of 52. It has to be Good Morning G-Sure.
Despite the COVID-19 situation appearing to worsen, MITI Minister Azmin Ali seems optimistic.
International Trade and Industry Minister Azmin Ali said Malaysia's economy is now on the path to recovery. The senior minister added that Malaysia is also projected to chart better growth this year. According to Bernama, he said the brighter economy prospect was attributable to rising global demand, increased public and private sector spending, as well as continued policy support. Azmin said this in a keynote address at the Malaysian Economic Summit 2021 webinar today. His speech was read by MITI Deputy Minister Lim Ban Hong. He added that this positive outlook is reinforced by the World Bank's most recent forecast, where it projected the Malaysian economy to grow by 4.5% in 2021. This is despite the growth forecast being revised down from Bank Negara Malaysia's projections. This would be the second time the World Bank lowered its GDP growth projection for Malaysia for 2021 after taking into account the rise in COVID-19 infections and a slower than expected vaccine rollout.
Shellfish, red meat, and beer. If you love indulging in these foods, you may end up with high uric acid level in your blood. These foods consist high level of purine, a substance that will eventually break down into uric acid and be excreted through our urine. It is recommended that the amount of dietary purines should be kept between 600 to 1000 milligrams per day. Having too much uric acid in your blood can cause attacks of gout. It can also cause kidney stones and blockage in the kidney. The crystallization of the excessive uric acid in your blood can be eased by reducing purine-rich food to only 100 to 150 milligrams daily, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and consuming urinary alkalinizer like Ural. It consists of sodium bicarbonate, citric acid, and sodium citrate that increases the urinary pH and solubility of uric acid to prevent crystallization. Best of all, it's lemon-flavored and sugar-free. Ural, effective urinary alkalinizer. Neutralize your uric acid problem now.
With COVID-19 looming all around us, we urge you to monitor your situation closely, especially if you feel ill, and also to seek medical attention if you feel under the weather, because for many people, by the time they reach the hospital, it's too late.
COVID-19 brought-in dead or BID cases have increased tremendously due to the lack of awareness of how to track symptoms while self-isolating at home. According to the Islamic Medical Association of Malaysia's Response and Relief Team, or IMARAT, COVID-19 Task Force Coordinator, Dr. Ahmad Munawar Helmi Salim, the issue is further compounded by the current inaccessibility to emergency medical services. Dr. Ahmad, who has been volunteering with his team at the COVID-19 Assessment Centres, or CACs, told Malaysia Kini that the public is not aware of red flags as they are subtle. The symptoms could be as subtle as just a feeling of fatigue when actually the individual's blood oxygen concentration may be dangerously low, Munawar warned. By the time patients are brought to the hospitals, their symptoms have already become fatal. Munawar said that more awareness is needed among the public on how to accurately identify their symptoms while under home monitoring. A lower threshold for the emergency hotline 999 to respond to these calls for urgent medical help is also needed, he added. Previously, on July 2nd, Malaysia was seeing a spike in BID cases due to COVID-19 complications, especially in the Klang Valley, involving those aged 50 and above. The National Crisis Preparedness and Response Centre, or CPRC, had found that there was a 7-fold increase in BID cases from April, which had 35 BID cases, to June 2021 with 246 cases.
And that's a wrap for this evening. For more stories, go to KiniTV.com. Don't forget you can also follow us on social media, on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook to get the latest headlines as well. If you would like to support the independent media, do consider a subscription to MalaysiaKini.com. When you're heading out, please don't forget your mask, double mask if you can, and when you can, do try to stay home. I'm Daniel Anthony. Thank you for watching. And as always, more than ever right now, stay safe, Malaysia.